guys, it is December 31st, Monday, New Year's Eve, and I am filming this video while driving home from work. Left work early today, and it is pouring rain here in Maryland. Don't know why I would be surprised by that. I don't keep track of such things, and I don't have the desire to go and try to Google it, but I imagine if I went back and looked at how many days of rainfall we had in 2018, well, I don't know what the real number would be, but it certainly feels like 350, and that's only because we had a couple of days of snow. Anyway, I leave everything to the last minute, just like this video, and I am doing a collaboration video with a group called Content Creators. I'll leave a link to them in the description of this video when I post it. There'll also be a link to a playlist of the other people that have shared in this collaboration. And the collaboration is Goals for 2019. So I'm generally not one of those that makes New Year's resolutions. I'm pretty stuck in my ways. I am what I am. And if I want to change myself, I don't need to wait till the 1st of January to do it. It's just an arbitrary date. That being said, I have been spending the last week looking at seed catalogs and trying to decide what I'm going to do with the 2019 garden. T and I have both been going through that, picking out what we're going to do, where we're going to plant it, what varieties of what we're going to grow. Came up with a couple of order lists for some different companies. And I'll be placing an order for seeds here in the next week. I definitely want to do a lot more gardening this year than we did last year. We built raised beds. The area that I have to garden in, while I own a tiller from my last home, I just don't have the space to till ground here. Not to mention that from what I've been looking at, not tilling is a better way to go anyway for the health of the ground that you're growing in. But the only open area I have on my property that's not covered in trees is above the leach field for my septic system. And therefore I don't want to go running a tiller through that ground and trying to plant directly into the ground. So we started constructing raised beds. They are 12 inches deep, and they are 4 foot by 8 foot. And we built 3 of those last year and did some experimentation. And I have the materials to build 7 more, so we'll have 10 4 foot by 8 foot beds. And we're going to plant all those out this year, as well as another small, I think 3 foot by 6 foot planter we'll grow leaf lettuce in. And I suspect I'll probably do more planters in 2020. We'll see how 2019 goes first. I have another section with a small amount of grass that I'm going to plant potatoes in. I'll do a video on that. I saw a couple of YouTube videos on a process where you put down straw and let it rot and plant your seed potatoes under the straw without actually digging into the dirt at all. I don't know how well that's going to work out, but I'm going to give it a shot and see if I don't get lucky with it. So everything else will be planted in those 4 foot by 8 foot beds. But that is the major goal for 2019. Trying to grow enough food that we can actually can something. Last year, the little bit that we grew was consumed fresh. We never canned any of it. I would like to change that up pretty drastically this year. Another goal that I have, should I decide to do it, is we've been considering quail. If I decide that I am in fact going to do the quail, I need to build the infrastructure. I need to get the cages done. I need to work on waters and feeders and figure out my plan. Probably need to get an incubator and learn what I'm doing with that. I've never hatched eggs before, so that'll be new. I'd be raising them both for eggs and for meat, and possibly at some point in the future to sell. I don't know. That's not as important right now. but I think the meat's going to be the big one because we are not legally allowed to have more than 6 chickens on our property, which we currently have, and they're laying eggs. So I don't have room to raise meat chickens without possibly pissing off a neighbor and having the police called, or I don't know who would even come out for that, but whoever you would call. So should I decide to do quail, that's going to be another major goal for 2019. And my last big goal for 2019, and I don't know if I will do it or not, it's highly dependent upon having the cash to do so. I want to run about 150-foot run of electric and water out into my garden area. Currently, I just have a hose running from the house 150 feet. Can't use it in the winter. I'd like to put in a standing pipe with a pump-type faucet that can be used in the winter. I'd also like to have electricity out there. I'm currently running extension cords across the top of the yard. That's not going to last for long, and they're going to need to be replaced so often. It's just not effective as far as money is concerned. So the plan would be to rent a trencher, dig a wide enough trench that I would be able to place the water and the electrical conduit side by side with some space in between, and run both of those out there. If it doesn't happen in 2019, it'll definitely happen in 2020. I've got to get it done. It's just a matter of coming up with the funds to do it. I don't know what it's going to cost. I haven't looked at materials, but that's a lot of copper wire, and so we'll see. Those really are the major goals that I have. I've got some minor goals. We started rabbits last fall. We need to continue those. I have somebody who's volunteered to allow me, who's going to allow me to come volunteer on their farm to help them process meat this year. They do cattle, pig, chicken, duck, turkey, and rabbit. And I'm going to go out there and help them out and learn while I'm doing that. I've watched some YouTube videos, but as good as that is, it's never the same as being with someone who knows what they're doing, watching them and doing hands-on and being able to ask questions. So that's a minor goal of mine, I guess, for 2019. And then we will be processing our own rabbits this year, and hopefully processing quail this year as well if we decide to go that route. 2018, by way of a wrap-up, we really didn't do too terribly much. We didn't have any goals set. We purchased the house in March. We moved in May. We did not have any intentions of homesteading at the time that we moved in. I had always wanted beehives, so I put in some beehives. Figured we had a decent amount of ground and could use the pollination, so we decided we were going to put in a garden, of which we only planted 3 beds to test it out. We didn't get any seeds in the ground until mid to late June, and so we didn't go overboard with that. It was too hot to put everything together. And we ended up bringing in the rabbits and the chickens, neither of which did we ever anticipate having when we purchased the house. Everything just kind of snowballed and rolled out the way it rolled out. So we really didn't have any goals that we were trying to meet. So I guess I could say we met all our goals, since we didn't have any. But we certainly got a lot accomplished, especially being that we hadn't planned to do any of it in the first place. And we started the YouTube channel in 2018. Wasn't expecting to do that. We started that in November, and that's gone really well for us so far. So we hope to ride that through 2019 and film a lot of the stuff that we're going to be doing, trying to meet our goals, and I'm sure we will come up with lots of other stuff that we decide we want to do as we go along. But that pretty much takes care of the major stuff. So yeah, if you would, down in the description, you will see a list of the other channels that are playing along with this collaboration. I'm sure they would really appreciate you coming over, giving them the watch time, and giving them a thumbs up on those videos. Helps with the algorithms a lot to get their videos seen by other new possible subscribers. And all the guys that are involved in this are really great guys. They've all been very helpful to me with advice and encouragement on starting our channel. And I really appreciate these guys. So go out there and give them a little bit of love if you would. And we will talk to you later. Bye. I'm Andy.
I'm Tia.
Thanks for watching.
Don't forget to subscribe.
And hit the bell icon to subscribe so that you get notifications when we post new videos.
And don't forget the thumbs up.
Thanks.
Thank you.